Hello and welcome back to Journey Through Eorzea. As always, I am your host, Man with Hat, Tiberius Fox. We are, I believe, in the tail end of the quote-unquote Part 3. This is funny thing to know is that in New Game Plus, it doesn't tell you, what patches that it's exactly. So I have to kind of, look into it, and that list does not exist a lot of places. So I'm kind of just trying to figure it out as I go along, but I think we're getting pretty close into Part 3. So with that, let's talk to Amric and see what the plan is going forward. We got Eorzea plan, help, and so we should be able to do something about Nidhogg finally, but we'll see. Ishgard will not last long against Nidhogg and his horde. We must away. Well, that was quick. Let's pop off. Let's pop off, kids. Never know which dragon it is, just trying to get me, psyched out with the silhouette, the shadow. You got the music, though.
Alas, is the all in?
Know you then what this roar portendeth?
Aye. I must return to my city without delay.
Ses Nidhogg,
Oh, that's gonna be sick. He's gonna give us a ride. Then we shall lend you our wings. Let us meet with Nidhogg on the field of battle, and together bring an end to his wrathful song. He's just talking about how, no one shows up on, on Dragon's Back or whatever. We do. Which dragon do we got? Well, the one on the left kind of looks like Twintania, so I'll take that one. Oh, am I riding with Racelgar? Alright, fine. I would have taken Twintania. I feel like they need to build a relationship, so I would have sent Amric with Racelgar, but what do I know? I do wonder, how long does it take to teleport somewhere? Teleportation seems to only really matter or exist when it's convenient. I'm thinking, if you had to get back there, right? Wouldn't it be faster to just teleport to Eorzea? Just use return magic or something? But then again, maybe you wouldn't have, that ability to come in and do stuff. I don't know. Oh, that guy just had a bad day. Both those guys had a bad day. Kind of reminds me of some of the things from Diablo, from Act 5 of Diablo 2. Where you're helping the, barbarians defend the thing. Kind of reminds me of that, loosely. Lucia showing she's got the skills for
Remember
the cred.
your training! We hold fast until the Lord Commander returns.
That was a cool pose. Unnecessary, but cool anyway.
Ugh. We must hold.
Don't worry, we coming, man. We coming. It's interesting that they all attack from this direction. I'm assuming it's because of the wards, the magic or whatever. They have to come this way, but it's just let's all pool up on the bridge. Oh, Artorial, you're so cool. Artorial, as I said before, really has grown on me during this run of the campaign. Before I was just he's kind of a stuffy elf dude, knows about it. Warriors Guardian Knights, they're trying so hard, and the dragons are just absolute. I'm not saying they're not doing anything, but they're definitely getting swept kind of hard right now. You need additional mans. Where are all the dragoons? That's what I want to know. Estinien is not the only dragoon in existence. And they always talk about elite dragoons. Oh yeah, we sent out elite dragoons. Where are the dragoons right now?
Reinforcements! By the Fury. That one is the size of Nidhogg.
I wonder who that could be. But for real, where are all the dragoons? In the trailer for Heaven's Ward, a bunch of dragoons. It's not just Estinien or me. That's right, we know how to make an entrance.
Lord Commander!
You are late, Warrior of Light.
Oh, you know, things take as long as they take, alright? No, you can't rush this kind of, like, the entrance and everything else. You can't rush that kind of stuff. Don't worry. I'll take care of it, alright? Yeah, you dudes go take a breather. I'll handle this, alright? Oh, there's the big man on campus. Okay. Oh, we gotta stop and talk. Okay. Wherefore standest thou with these vermin, brother? You're not even real. You're dead. He even called these like abandon this war, shade. In other words, you're fake. The suffering thou sowest serveth no end. The traitor's progeny have learned of their forefathers' betrayal, and seek now to make amends with our kind. Never Oh, I thought he was done. I never expect the dragons to pause, but they do. Never shall our grief be assuaged, nor our loss forgotten, but reconciliation may yet halt the spread of this plague of enmity. Forsake thy vengeance and be at peace. I'm gonna assume it's a no. That's some trash talk, man. What soft-headed ramblings are these? Thy dalliance with that vile maid hath robbed thee of thy wits. Mayhap her cloying perfume hath made thee forget the stench of our brood sister's lifeblood. Thou darest speak thus of my beloved? I thought he was talking about Zale, but maybe he's talking about Shiva, I guess. Ah, so the flames of rage may yet be kindled. I fear thy heart's fire had long since gone out, but waste not thy fury on words, brother. Thou shalt have need of it for the battle. In the words of Emil from Halo Reach, I'm ready to go. How about you? Only difference is I will not be stabbed with the sword and die. Because I'm clutch in a way that Emil just couldn't fight. Not for lack of trying. Blows up bridge no longer functional. A year and a half until Ishgard can be accessed again. Oh no, he has psychokinetic power. Everybody, dodge. Man, it's gonna be such a pain to move that out of the way. For real, the lesser dragons are still murdering your people. Why don't you get back there and handle them? I'll deal with Big Boy. Me and Hresvelgar will take care of it. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty sick. Like, you know, one other thing I really miss about games too is they really went away from in-engine cutscenes, like for anything of any like substance. It's all like, no, here, watch this blur cutscene. It's like, it looks nice, but like, I don't know. There's a certain thing about it that's lacking. I really grew to like that in the old school Halo stuff. When they went to the new stuff, it was never quite the same. I'm like, oh yeah, we'll just do that. The same thing is here. Hresvelgar and Nidhogg actually fighting like in-engine is pretty cool. I'm not sure what that was all about. They made like a rift in the sky. Oh, tell me that isn't Hresvelgar. Oh, it's a bad time. Oh! Was it a juke? It was a juke! Oh, hacks. Come on. Yeah, the sad part is I don't remember what happens to Hresvelgar. I don't know if he just like goes away or if he dies. I can't remember. Oh, there goes this wing. Yeah, I think this would be a bad time. Man, we should have done something during this whole fight, but then again, I don't know. I just feel bad. Hresvelgar has had a rough go, and then it's just like, we're not doing anything about it. Yeah, good. Thou art weak, Hresvelgar, a slithering worm who fawneth over the vermin who should rightly be his prey. For 1,000 years have I fought without cease, and thou didst think to prevail against me? Glory not in thy victory shade. The battle is not yet won. My power and my hope have I entrusted to another. Who could he be talking about? Oh, he didn't even have the eye. Thine eye, what hast thou done? Oh, please tell me you gave it to me. You gave it to me so I can be absolutely full of drip. Oh, yeah, it's over here. Oh, I am so ready. I'm so mean business right now. Supercharged. Fool, thou wouldst trust a mortal with thy strength? I better stop talking. This music's awesome. I know thee. 'Twas thou who didst intrude upon my lair and best the half of me. But now I am whole, and naught in creation shall deny me my vengeance. Think you're soft selling me, buddy. Do I look like I'm afraid of you? That's right, I take a subtle step toward you. If it was D&D, you know what that means. It's like an intimidate check. Let's go. Rolling a nat 20 right now. The final steps of faith. Oh, final steps of faith is cool. Alright. Well, that's going to be a queue, so let's go ahead and get to that queue. What we got? 24 minutes? Man, I'm gonna play like XCOM on my phone or something. It's a crazy wait time for this. And for such a popular fight too, if I'm not mistaken, people really like the Final Steps of Faith. But one other thing I'm gonna mention, by the way, I was talking to my wife and I forgot. I have the Encyclopedia Eorzea. I have 3 of them now. She bought me the most recent one as a gift. And some of this stuff caused all sorts of stuff that I don't remember doing. But during downtimes like this, I figured I could read small parts of this. Now, unfortunately, I don't think they have one on the Final Steps of Faith in here, because that would be cool, but they don't do that. But they do have ones like, for example, what was that dungeon we did? Give me a second. It was... Hang on. I saw it earlier. Give me a second. Sor Kai. Alright, it says it's on page 164. Let's see if, for the kicks and giggles, we got the time to do this. Right? I figure if I can have some dialogue here of something relevant to what's going on, right? Let's see. Oh, that must be coming soon. Okay, Sor Kai. So I'm just gonna read the excerpt of this. So there's 2. It has 2 excerpts here for one for Hraesvelgar and one for the chieftain Moglin. It says Hraesvelgar is one of the 7 great worms of the first brood. Hraesvelgar yielded an eye to Nidhogg in an act. Obviously, this is stuff we all done, but just for kicks and giggles. In an act of empowered his brood brother's revenge, but thereafter he refused to involve himself in the Dragonsong War. It was not until a millennium later, when Uzael and the Warrior of Light appeared before him, that he was given cause to reconsider his stance. In the end, he resolved to confront the wrathful shade of his brother. In testing Eorzea's champions, it's thought that he sought a semblance of closure. And then Chieftain Moglin is his leader of the Mughals who dwell in the churning mists. Chieftain Moglin is readily identifiable with his kingly bulk. At Moghan's goading, he volunteered to assist Hraesvelgar's trial, but his indolent ways had prepared him poorly for the Warrior of Light, who seemed to have a demon in him during the encounter. Fortunately, the esteemed chieftain's injuries were limited to a kinked pair of wings, aching palm, and bruised pride. But anyway, so it says for Sor Kai, the dungeon, so it's just like those little knot things. So it says an empty roost. In the farthest reaches of the churning mists, so this is where we were fighting Hraesvelgar not that long ago. In the farthest reaches of the churning mists, a majestic palace rests atop the clouds. 1,000 years ago, the skyborn splendor was home to the great worm Ratatoskr, who wove beauteous songs that moved man and dragon alike, until the treachery of mortals forever silenced her voice. Heartbroken, many of Ratatoskr's progeny ended their own lives, while others scattered to the 4 winds. What few dragons still remained in Dravania named the palace Sor Kai, a grieving apology for their failure to avert her fate, seldom ventured near. It is in this place that Hraesvelgar chose to test the Warrior of Light and his comrades. Through their visceral encounter, the worm would know only of their strength, but in the determination to see the Dragonsong War brought to an end. So the reason I bring this up is because it's got a bunch of these for all the different dungeons and stuff, and I figure if we're, instead of me just cutting it off every time, or if there's something relevant that I can pull up out of the book, I could read some of that. I don't think it would be bad. It would kind of give us a little bit of context for stuff. Like, there was some stuff in that excerpt I didn't really know. So, anyway, I will, however, we're at like 3 minutes and 50 seconds, so I will bring this back when it pops, which God knows when that's going to be. All right, that was a 35-minute wait. It was a crazy wait, but my cat got lots of attention, didn't you? He's very frustrated that I stopped petting him. I had to put him in the chair when the thing started. I was like, come on, man. See, instant portrait return to default. I tried to fix that, but it keeps saying no. Like, I actually put in the time to try and fix that. But lo and behold, it didn't. That doesn't matter. We'll worry about it later. Oh, no, but barely made it. Nidhogg looking to scrap. Trying to be flashy. I miss Heaven's Sword, don't we all? Because Dawn Trail's trash. Alright. Hit him with some things. Alright, he's turning him that way? That's great, truly. What we got? We got me, 2 gunbreakers. What is the sudden resurgence in gunbreakers lately? Oh. And then a white mage, got a sage, ninja, red mage, black mage. Got some mages up in here. Gotta pay attention to what's going around me. I have a bad habit of getting tunnel vision. Oh. Alright. Well, just gonna hit this guy. I don't know what everyone's doing over there, but yeah, sure. I'll just go that way, I guess. I don't know what we're doing. Are we focusing like one guy at a time? We're all just like standing over here in a corner. This is an unusual strategy, but you know, it's doable. Alright, I'm gonna help this guy with this guy. Want to help him knock him out, you know? Kazan is doing his gunbreaker job. I did, however, change it so that, you know, I made it so that everyone's effects are not just blowing up the whole field. They show some, but not all, so I can still see some stuff that's happening without it being this giant thing. Look upon something or other. Beard, brace of power. Oh, he turned into like Red Eyes Dark Dragoon or whatever. That's right, that's a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. I'm not afraid of it. Now we're fine. I took a little bit of deeps on that. He's straight up like, though, he is straight up Red Eyes Dark. Alright. Oh no, I want to get away. Leave me alone, leave me alone. Alright, I'll stand right here in the middle, it's fine. And then I think, yeah, it makes little rifts. And then, oh, we'll go over here. This is over here is okay, that's good. I can live with over here. Well, hopefully we don't die. Alright. I'm glad it's avoiding me for the time being. I did also add, the LB to the hotbar. I probably won't end up using it, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Stay away from me, you dangerous man. He's like staying that rift, is it? I don't think you're supposed to stand on that, you know? I could be crazy, but I don't think you're supposed to. I can only imagine how much just like light explosions would be going on. Ow. Heal me, white mage. Heal me. Heal me with all the powers of the, you know, rainbow or whatever. Oh, that guy didn't make it. Sorry, Sage. You know, Sage didn't ask for that, but that's what happened to him. Alright, turned back into like regular guy. Oh, we got a stack. Everybody stack up on this guy. Don't leave yet. It's not done. There we go. People always be leaving when they're not supposed to leave. Alright, Viper mains that are out there. How am I doing? Am I doing okay? I'm not pretending I'm good at this, but I'm doing it, you know? Oh, shiz. I took a lot of damage on that. I'm gonna go ahead and hit my blood for blood to try and recuperate some of that damage, that health. Because that rather hurt. Someone's actually going to LB him. Alright, we hit him with the LB. Alright! Good job. Wait 35 minutes for 7-minute fight. Oh man, not even what, like 6.5-minute fight? A 6-minute fight? Either way, we trounced him. Now hopefully we can free Estinien. I mean, obviously, you know. Alright, let's see. Who are we gonna get player commendations to? We're giving it to the White Mage because they didn't die. And I got a player com? Let's go. I always welcome a nice player com, you know what I mean? Alright. I even took my hat off. Look how nice I am.
Estinien!
Is this to be mine end? Nay, I will not allow it. I am of the first brood. I am vengeance incarnate. I am Nidhogg.
Unfortunately, I don't care.
By my hand.
I mean, sure, if you think you can do it, but come on. Come kill me right now. Oh, Estinien fighting back.
This is not your hand, worm!
That's right, Estinien, fight back. You're choking yourself out.
Thou wilt obey.
I straight up didn't remember it being so brutal. I kind of just thought it was like, oh yeah, we beat him up and then it pops out, but apparently not. It's more satisfying this way.
I would ask one last favor of you, Warrior of Light. Finish me, now, while I have the beast subdued!
Grab it. Pull like you're in tug of war. Come on. If you don't pull it out, the sorority girls will never go on a date with you.
Time. Kill me! It is the only way! Ending Nidhogg will be my final duty!
No! You can't die like this! I won't let you!
Oh, we got like, what, like Spirit Ale here? I don't know how that works, but alright, sure. Oh, is it Hosh font? It's gotta be Hosh font, right? Let's frickin' go. Let's go. My question is, what do you do with it then? They're so used to like having that around. There's a bubble. Where'd the bubble come from? Undone by mortal will, wither now. Yeah, dude. Just like call it a day, alright? I don't know how they're there, but it's cool. This has been one of those things where, like, we just don't explain it, it just is. I'll throw it on the ground. Spike it in the ground, like a volleyball or whatever, or like a football. Where's Alpha? The thing is, they must be drained of power, because otherwise they would just, like, completely destroy Alphino. Alphino is not strong enough.
The eyes! Cast them into the abyss!
For real. I like how Amaric's the only one who's got any sense. He's like, yeah, we gotta do some of this. Although, I gotta be honest, I mean, chucking into the abyss is a good short-term solution. I don't know how good that is long-term. Just, like, pitching them into, like, the abyss. It's like, what, you think there's no bottom? It's not a bottomless pit in a barren dimension. I wonder if those ever come up later. I don't remember them ever coming up later, but they might. Alright, so we done yanked it out of Estinien, which is good. That's the whole thing where he might die from it.
Ah, Estinien, my ill-fated friend. Lucia, summon the healers. I want them ready to receive him.
At once, Lord Commander.
Also, you guys could like try and patch up Estinien too, considering he had his wing torn off.
Allow me to do this much, at least.
Because Estinien having, like, in my opinion, a way worse day. I don't know, maybe not. Estinien got turned into a dragon. That's pretty rough. And like, you know, co-opted. Oh, he's got enough wings to get around? That's cool. I guess. Not sure how he did that, but... The Horde have sensed the fall of their master and have scattered to the winds.
You have my gratitude, Hraesvelgr. Your deeds this day have saved a great many lives.
Then our alliance hath served its purpose. Thou didst wield the power I granted thee well. 'Twas thine own skill and not mine eye which earned thee victory. Yeah, dude, I got my positionals. I got pretty good at those. I'm like looking, I'm just trying to see like, where did he get a wing torn off? Did he like just patch it back on with duct tape? I don't understand. I don't see one missing, do you? Does anybody else see a wing missing on that dragon? Well, I guess he's kind of got the chunk on the one torn off. On the top, it's kind of like half a one. So I guess that's got to be it, right? I just expected something more dramatic, I guess, or more obvious. I wish thy companion a swift recovery. Fare you well, children of man. Able to fly pretty well considering he's got a chunk of his wing torn off. But I'm just saying the dude was holding such a big chunk, I thought it was like a whole wing. Like the whole thing.
The battle is won. We can do no more for Estinien now than bear him home and wish him well. Even as Hraesvelgr did. The rest we must trust to the hands of the healers and the grace of the gods.
I like they got ladders out already. Like, how do we get... Our bridge has got a giant pillar sitting on top of it. What do we do? Alright. Let's go... talk to our boy Alpha. Through the haze of pain, I swear I sensed, but no. The past is done, and we must look to the future. At long last, Nidhogg is gone, his foul spirit cast out once and for all. I only pray that Estinien survives the ordeal. Your battle with Nidhogg's shade will beget many an epic ballad, Tiberius, and rightly so. It was without a doubt one of my more epochal victories. Yes. Though I must admit I took a greater joy in seeing you emerge from the experience unscathed. And not only for your own sake, had you not been there to aid me, those infernal eyes would still be fused to Estinien's mail. Yet even with Nidhogg gone, I cannot help but wonder how much of our friend remains. Let us pay a visit to Lucia, and beg news of his condition. Yeah, he's been in the possession of Nidhogg for like a long time at this point. Like, you think about it, like it wasn't just like a hop, skip, and a jump and then we were done. I'd never go this way. If I hadn't seen him run this way, I wouldn't even gone this way. I would have gone up and around. Like I always do. But no, it's just like, with this whole, like, side thing, we're trying to get people back and everything else. Tiberius, Master Alphino, my honored friends, as if winning Estinien to our cause were not enough, you took it upon yourselves to rid us of the brood brother. I know not how to thank you. My own contribution was hardly noteworthy. The true saviors of the day were Tiberius and Estinien. One triumphed over Nidhogg's shade through strength of arms, the other through strength of will. And speaking of Estinien, what news of his recovery? Eorzea de Grun was conveyed to the infirmary, where he now resides under the care of the hospitalier captain. I am told he has yet to regain consciousness. But as you know, Estinien's mind and body were held hostage for many days. We must be patient and allow a process of healing to begin. In the meantime, you would do well to rest and recover from your own ordeals. But surely... Sir Emmerich is never long from Estinien's bedside, and will send word the moment there are any developments. Now, if I have satisfied your concerns, I believe Lord Edmund and his sons are most eager to celebrate your return. Very well, First Commander. Come, Tiberius. 'Twould seem that we are awaited at the thwomped Manor. Alright. Let's go see Lord Edmund and everyone else. They were fighting. Or at least, what's-his-face was fighting. Neos Angel? It's a Dark Knight with a fancy claymore, whatever. Dope vibes, moments, and memories. Can't argue with the, thing. That's what we're going for here right now. Welcome, Master Fox. Shall I show you inside the manor? Of course you should. Why is it even a question as to whether or not you should? Oh, we got seen.
The heroes of the hour return.
Don't sell yourself short. I mean, at least alright, I can't speak for the rest of you. You're all like whatever. But our Artorial there, he was putting in work, dude.
We but did our duty, my lord. It was the memories of fallen friends and not our heroism which saw us through at the last.
I gave every ounce of my strength, but mine efforts would have counted for naught had the Warrior of Light not arrived to challenge the Great Worm. As a sworn knight of Ishgard, I had hoped to do more for my city.
He's being too hard on himself. Everyone wants to be as clutch as I am, but you know what? Like, I don't know. You know what it reminds me of? It's like when people looked at the bicycle, the bicycle guy from One Punch Man versus One Punch Man. One Punch Man killed the bad guy, but everyone was really proud of, what is his name? Moomin Rider, I think it was, right? Or, I can't remember. Something like that. I'm probably remembering something else. But like, that guy was dope. Everyone was happy that guy fought someone who was way outclassed him, and the same thing for Artorial. He did the absolute, like, a gangster hole in the line. Him and Lucia and all the knights.
Well, we cannot all be heroes, dear brother. Let us put away our pride for a moment and revel in the valiant deeds of our comrade. For your sterling service to Ishgard, we salute you.
Oh, you bet you be flattering me.
And while we're on the subject of valiant deeds, I believe I myself have earned some small measure of recognition. Under my watchful command, the ballistas of the Outer Ward struck down a veritable swarm of Dravanian invaders.
You really want to jump to being awesome after everything that's happened?
My lord's command was certainly watchful. He bravely watched as the siege crews took aim, and continued to watch as countless wyverns met their end. Indeed, the ward's defenders proved so well drilled that my lord had little occasion to stop watching.
Just absolutely exposed by Anawa. Anawa just absolutely exposing him.
There will be time enough to determine who is most deserving of recognition later. Our friends are doubtless weary from their exertions. I had chambers prepared in expectation of your return. You are welcome to retire at your leisure.
I am most grateful for your hospitality, my lord, but I believe I shall pay a visit to the Temple Knight's Infirmary. Pray excuse me.
He just can't let it go. She said that they would let us know when he had it. people like that annoy me. I don't know. I get that you want to like be there, but you can't do anything, you know. But you know, for the sake of the story, it'll be like, oh, he talks to him and then he wakes up, right?
Our master Alphino has grown. The plight of his stricken brother in arms pains him more than his own hurts. In which respect he has come to resemble you, warrior of light. Go then, visit the Azure Dragoon, and grant him what comfort you may.
I mean, I would be totally fine with taking a nap right now, but you know, that's fine. Okay. I'll do it. I'm not heartless, I just, you know, I'm particular. We'll go with that way. Back to the nights most heavenly. Congregation of our most heavenly nights. Our nights most heavenly. Tiberius, my friend, what can I do for the savior of Ishgard? You seek Master Alphino? Ah, he came to relieve me of my vigil a short while ago. When he begged to sit at Estinien's side, I could not well refuse him. Though he would sooner faint than admit it, the boy must be exhausted by Hraesvelgr's trial and all that followed. Estinien is blessed to have such a devoted comrade. My own friendship with Estinien began some 10 years past, shortly after we joined the Temple Knights. I learned his name soon enough, but Estinien barely registered my existence. I was less a fellow recruit and more of a shadow which occasionally darkened his path. And so I might have remained, had fate not seen fit to intervene. While out on a patrol, our company was set upon by a dragon, and we were the only two to survive. The experience forged a bond between us, and such life-threatening situations are wont to do. Despite our friendship, he remained an intense and solitary youth, wholly obsessed with claiming vengeance against Nidhogg. Revenge was ever at the forefront of his mind. Revenge for the death of his parents, and revenge for his younger brother. I would venture that Alphino he sees something of a lost sibling, and in ungentle chidings of Estinien, Alphino has found the elder brother he never had. Truth be told, Estinien's tactless observations have saved me from disaster more than once, and I can well understand Alphino's affection for him. He's a friend with whom I would gladly. Lord Commander, your presence is required in the infirmary. Is he? Tell them I'm on my way. They almost look like, oh yeah, he's dying or rampaging, one of the two. They ain't talking about like he's up and around or anything like that, but we'll see. Quickly, Tiberius, we must go to him. Upon proceeding to the infirmary, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time. Okay, yep, let's do it. Let's cutscene it up. Cutscene it up. You finally see him without his helmet. Yeah, up till now you've never seen it. Not once. You kind of see under the helmet a little bit and that's it. But then after this, like, he never wears a helmet again.
Estinien!
Boy, why are you crying?
Cease your mewling, boy. It grates my ears.
That's what I'm saying.
Forgive me. When I saw you awaken, I could not... It was such a relief. We feared you might never wake up.
Now, Estinien. If Master Alphino thought any less of you, you would still be Nidhogg's plaything. Or dead. Aye, 'twas but a jest. I thank you, Alphino. And you too, Warrior of Light. Quite how you managed to persuade Hraesvelgr to aid in his brood brother's downfall I cannot imagine. But full glad am I that you did. 'Tis an honor to share the mantle of Azure Dragoon with one such as you.
You know, I feel like at this point I have to go back and play Dragoon at some point just to earn the fact that I'm like level like 45 or 47 or something like that. Like I don't even think I got to 50. I don't think. And so it's like they just go, oh yeah, you're the Azure Dragoon. It's like I don't remember being the Azure Dragoon as much, but I remember all the stuff around it. I started running into him while learning Dragoon and going, oh, it's
owe you an
Estinien.
apology. When last we met, I did willingly loose an arrow at your heart. Can you forgive me?
Well, he wasn't exactly himself.
There is naught
so.
to forgive, Hameric. You but acted in defense of Ishgard as is your duty.
Estinien's voice a little off, but it's okay.
Were you any less single-minded about it, I would not follow you into battle, nor trust you at my back. Besides, I had come to the selfsame conclusion, that I would have to perish for Nidhogg to be stopped. So let us dispense with the hand-wringing. I have heard enough mewling for one day.
Continuing to trash talk.
Oh!
Dude just wants a nap. Just let the man have a nap.
The tendrils of Nidhogg's foul presence bound up every fiber of my being, usurping my senses, but I yet retained some trace of awareness. The worm's mind was as a vast and tumultuous sea. Endlessly its black waters churned, his grief and despair at Ratatoska's murder never calming, never receding. Driven by this surging current came wave upon wave of unrelenting rancor. It was the very image of my own heart. There I saw the dark reflection of the hatred I felt after Nidhogg slew my family, when no path remained save vengeance against dragonkind. Neither one of us had a choice. But I was blessed with something Nidhogg was not. Comrades and teachers to console and admonish me. Had I not had them to gainsay my obsession, it would surely have consumed me as Nidhogg's did him, and we would have been in all respects alike. Though his shade is banished, his spirit scattered upon the sea of clouds, I feel no joy at his passing. Where once I craved vengeance, I now crave rest.
That's what I was saying, man. Let this man take a nap.
Lord Commander, my hunt is at an end. I would lay down the mantle of Azure Dragoon.
My friend.
He has tired himself with too many words. I doubt not that he will make a full recovery, but he must be allowed some few days of quiet.
I too must see my path to its end. Sleep well, my friend.
I hope that wasn't the end of the cutscene, so that wasn't that long. That was only like 3-4 minutes, maybe. Maybe I'm crazy.
Following the battle with Nidhogg on the Steps of Faith, Sir Emeric called an assembly that he might make his final proclamation as acting head of state. 'Twas there, with one decree, that the 1,000-year rule of the archbishops was ended, paving the way for a new republic. The governance of Ishgard would now be placed in the hands of high and lowborn alike, their ranks represented by the newly founded House of Lords and House of Commons. Church was separated from state. The foundation for change had been carefully laid, and the reforms proposed by Ishgard's new government passed into law without incident. His duty done, Emeric de Burrell gladly stepped down from the Archbishop's dais, only to be raised unto the highest seat in the House of Lords.
He can't get a vacation. I'm telling you, Emeric needs vacation, man. I said it before, I'm saying it again. Emeric needs vacation. Now he's going to be the
Though he
House of
strove at
Lords.
first to refuse this honor, the unexpectedly strident voice of the Count de Durandare left him little choice but to accept.
Yeah, see, he didn't want to do it, but they're like, you won't do it. It's like, I don't want to do it, though.
And so it was that the winds of gentle revolution came to stir.
And suddenly George W. Bush came out and he was like, mission accomplished. And then it was.
Prominent among the many honored guests at Sir Emeric's investiture were the ambassadors of Dragonkind, a fitting symbol of Ishgard's newfound peace.
For a second there, I thought the kids were getting to ride on the dragon, and I was like, that's not supervised at all.
As he soared through the heavens on Dragonback. And by their cheers did they hail him an azure dragoon for a new age.
You know, I don't remember anything much coming of that, but it's interesting. I remember him just kind of being like the leader at Ishgard from then on. But maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. I just don't remember him doing much with like, oh yeah, by the way, I run with dragons now. That'd have been an interesting development later on.
Thus were the notes of the dragon song rewritten, the din of war giving way to a rising litany of peace and hope.
You ever see a seat like the seat I'm sitting on that dragon on Midgardsormr and go, how comfortable is that seat really? I'm just saying. I wonder, right? How comfortable is it really? It's like my feet are kind of dangling off and stuff like that, so I'm just like, questions are had. Man, Heaven's Ward is so good. I hear people say that it's one of the best expansions. Like people always think about Shadowbringers, and Shadowbringers is good. But man, I gotta be honest, Heaven's Ward might be my favorite. there's just so much charm to the whole thing. I like Count Edmund. I like all the characters. There's no one I really find annoying necessarily, except for Amanalaine, who's like okay. He has to grow as like a person, right? Like, I'm actually going to be kind of sad to get out of this part of the game and go on to Stormblood. Not because Stormblood's bad, but just because, like, I really like it, you know? So, but... I'm sure that's how everyone felt when they were going out of Endwalker. But, we'll see. That's a cool shot right there. Like, just look and then take a screenshot of that. Make that your desktop wallpaper. Oh man, people are trying to advertise. Alright, Emmerich, what you got for me? I was gazing out at the sea of clouds in an all too rare moment of idleness when I chanced to behold a certain hero wending his way toward the city on Dragonback. Welcome home, Tiberius. Nay, 'twas no grave matter that moved me to greet you in person. Between you and me, man... Alright, just like a personal thing, I don't like when they do that, because how many times do you hear that drilled in, where it's you and I? So you should be between you and I. I merely sought, but it's me, whatever. Fine. I'll be a grammar Nazi. Fine. I merely sought respite for the pressures of office. No sooner do I surrender my role as temporary head of state than I am burdened with the position of a more permanent responsibility. I fancy that it echoes in some small measure to the way you must feel when your improbable feats of heroism are rewarded with still more impossible challenges. The myth which guided our society for generations lies in tatters, and I then to be scorned for building upon the system of nobility that I once sought to tear down? And what strange jest is this that places me at its pinnacle, an archbishop's bastard at the head of the House of Lords? But these are questions for me to answer. It is not a man's nature to change overnight. This I learned through painful experience, and it was this hard lesson which convinced me to take the path which we now follow. Even as we rebuild the bridge between man and dragon, so must we reimagine Ishgard, once carefully placed stone at a time. We must remember that this is not for us as we lay the groundwork, but for the men and women our children will become. May their towers rise proudly from the fundament of our legacy. Struggle with that last one. I hear word from Captain Whitecape that Estinien has vanished from his sick room. His willfulness survives undiminished. Should you ever happen upon our unmannerly friend on your travels, pray assure him that I shall keep Ishgard safe until he deigns to come home. Thank you, Tiberius, and please, convey my warmest regards to Master Alphino. Alright, we gotta go back to Fort Tom Manor. Where the heck am I even? And who's that guy? GG Veggie? Little 69 Dancer? Alright. After everything's happened, it's kind of like quaint and just like quiet now. It's kind of nice. I like the warm light of this morning that we're in. Alright, last bit. But yeah, I am. I'm gonna miss Ishgard, and I'm gonna miss all this stuff. We're not obviously at the end of Heaven's Ward yet, but you know. Wait. Theria Stoneblade, level 68 Dragoon. All right. Welcome, Master Fox. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes. Alphino, you spoke with Sir Aymeric. I do not envy him in his new position. Ishgard has chosen a new road, but one littered with the deleterious of 1,000 years of broken faith. Yet through her people, made to stumble time to time, I know of none better than Sir Aymeric to lead the march of progress. As for us, there remains a small matter of ushering in a new dawn in the shadow of inscrutable Ascian machinations and seemingly the endless procession of primals, but we must too walk our chosen path, no matter how treacherous the footing. In the wake of Ishgard's governmental reform, new airship routes have been sanctioned. You may now travel selection distant locales from the landing in Ishgard. Okay. Are we setting up for the next thing? We're setting up for the next thing. Is it because we checked those eyes off into the abyss, which was like kind of a reckless thing to do? Oh no, it's the Warrior of Darkness, one of the Warriors of Darkness, the Paladin. Or are they going to find it? He looks pretty happy. He's going to find it, isn't he? It really was a really reckless thing for us to just chuck them off into the abyss. You know, that edge looks like something you could easily break off and you can fall into the abyss yourself, honestly. Just saying. Oh. That looks like the 12s would. Yeah, well, it's not the moon. Thank you, Blenhearts. Nay, you need not remain there. We shall rendezvous at the usual place. All is proceeding as expected, then. Aye, there is naught to concern us, aside from the one overly cautious mouse. Curious mouse. It is, it's Eorzea, because Alphino doesn't dress like that anymore. Oh, is that Thancred? It is Thancred, because he was tracking him, that's right. This way. I know that red ribbon anywhere. Him again. It is of no moment. They will play their part and we shall play ours. Yeah, so Eorzea's been missing since like the end of ARR, so she's been missing for like an entire expansion almost at this point. And thus did grey mist give way to azure skies. Man and dragon rise above, voices joined in song. But beneath shrouded bows, beyond the scope of light, shadow stirs. Oh, okay. So now we got a challenge in our way. I wanted to finish off part 3, and then once I finished off part 3, I was considering starting the Alexander raids, because I really want to do that, but I don't want to start in the middle of nowhere. So I had a friend tell me I should definitely do them. So, I don't know, we're at like 4407. Well, the reason I ask is because I kind of want to keep them self-contained, but there's no guarantee that the other raids will actually... Because I got through Binding Coil in what, like 2 episodes, I think, or something like that. And so, all right, man, I don't know. Like, I want to do it, but I don't know if I should do it. Right, because I'm thinking about it. Alexander, Clockwork Colossus, Mage, Engrave, Russian Waters. You know what I think? I think actually I'm gonna cut this here at like 45 to 50 minutes. It's gonna be a shorter episode, but then the next episode's gonna jump right into Alexander raids because, like I said, I asked some friends and they said I should definitely do it. And the music is great, so shorter one, but you know, it's not the end of the world. Not everyone has to be an hour and 20 minutes. So, see you then. Till next time.